Trimmer Rewind Freak Show. So this is attempt number 2, or session attempt number 2. I've tried it multiple times already. I tried it pretty much every way that I could fathom for about an hour and a half a couple days ago, and I couldn't get it to work. So I called my neighbor. He's mechanical like I am, and he tried it and he couldn't get it to work. So he suggested that I try a different line. I originally had this line, which is 0.95 or 0.095. This was $3, and I liked the way this cut, but I couldn't get it to feed. So my neighbor suggested that I try a smaller line. So this is 0.8 line. I really liked the way that 0.9 cut. I'm disappointed I couldn't get it to work. And I think that he might be correct, because I was able to finally find the manual, and it talked about 0.8 line or 0.08 line. So that might have been the problem. So let's go to the index here, and it says this is the Stihl FS46C, and the manual here is for the 45 and the 46 series. Now it says rewind. No, it's not the starter. Let's see here. What the heck? Replacing the line, page number 28. Okay, here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this on, yeah, okay, and do it to the T. But I'm croaked before then, what the heck? We're going to do this as closely as can be done to the manual and hope for the best. So, we got to do it with the engine off. I wanted to do it with the engine on. Pull the machine on the ground with the mower head facing up. Okay. Disassemble the mowing head and removing remaining nylon line. Okay, so this is where things get interesting. Rotate the cap counterclockwise until it can be removed. Okay, so let's take the thing off of the trimmer here. Jeez, I just cut the grass. I guess there's too much dust. It's a good indication that it's time to water again. Okay. So, here's the head. Hold the mowing head steady. Got it. Rotate the cap counterclockwise until it can be removed. Okay, we already did that. Now pull the spool out of the mowing head 3 and remove the remaining line. Okay. So I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to take all this line off, because at this point it's not helpful. I contemplated buying a new head so that I could use this line, because I like the way it worked better, but all the heads had very poor reviews, or not necessarily poor, but very inconsistent. It was hard to find one that was more than half positive. So I just forget, I'll just deal with this. Okay. Fit the empty spool in the mowing head. Okay. If the spring has popped out, which it has not, the spring is, you can see the spring is still in there. Push it into the spool until it engages in the oil real quick. Mount the head. Okay. Use green coated nylon line. Here we go. I would imagine, and I would hope, that the piece that's taped is where it starts. And if it's not, that is just so stupid I can't even begin to explain. Alright, good it is. So, 2 6-foot lengths. Let's say that's about 2 feet. Yeah, we'll make a guess. That's about 6 feet. I don't think that it's exactly 6 feet. It's probably a little less. But I think that's fine. And I'll try to make it identical in length. I'm not sure. It would make sense for it to be because it's going to wear out at the same time. Okay, so now I have 2 very similar pieces of line. I really hope I can get this to work because I have not been able to trim the lawn for several weeks now, and it really is starting to show. Okay, so here's the 2 pieces of line. I wish this didn't have so much memory to it. This is kind of annoying. Okay, push. Nope, we'll move down past that. Okay, we got that. Rotate the spool to counterclockwise until the 2 arrow points are in alignment. I don't know what the heck that means. Until the 2 arrow points. Well, there's arrows all over this flipping thing. Well, now this is popped off. So we're going to push it back into the spool. Keeps coming out. It seems like every time that I align the arrows, the spring comes out. In one sleeve until you feel a noticeable resistance. So I think what the objective is that they want us to do here is to align these holes with the opening. So at this point I have that lined up, so let's just go ahead and stick it in. Okay, I did feel it grab. Okay, I felt that one grab as well. Now rotate the spool counterclockwise. So it looks like it's drawing the line in, so I think that it's working. Although I find it a bit ridiculous that this is... Actually, this is going relatively quickly. Okay, so now the mowing head is now full. Okay, and then do we just stick this back in? For some odd weird reason it no longer fits. There it goes. I guess the thing wasn't aligned up or whatever, I don't know. Okay, so now I think that, see, this is confusing to me because I don't know what the difference is in these two procedures. This is tying two 10-foot lengths, so I don't know. Well, whatever. Let's put this back on and let's see if it works. I don't know what to expect. That seemed a little too simple, and it certainly seems like the product that both my neighbor and I were able to produce last week or whenever it was. So I don't have a lot of confidence in this here, but let's see. Why does this feel like it's not feeding into, it's not grabbing into anything? Okay. So it's not quite at the cutter yet, so I'll do some trimming just in case it doesn't work. At least I'll be able to get through part of the yard, and then I'll come back on the video and I will let you know if it fed out or not. I just finished trimming the yard and this time it worked. So I did do a different procedure. I didn't put the line in and then turn it before, so maybe that was the problem, or the string was the problem. I don't like this 0.8 string. It runs out really quick, so I think next time it runs out I'm going to try that procedure with the 0.95 and see what happens. If it doesn't work, then it's the string. If it works, then I guess I was doing something wrong, which I don't know what it was. Either way, it's working and the saga is over, so I'm content.